Hey everybody, welcome back to 90 and Out. I'm your host, Timothy Holt, and we're continuing in Book 1 of the Psalms, which are written by King David at various points in his life. Today I'm going to be reading from Psalm 33. Unlike most of the other Psalms in this collection, it doesn't have an introductory clause. It starts right into the psalm itself. So, for example, the last video, you can check that out on this channel, was Psalm 32, and it starts out with a Psalm of David, a contemplation. The next psalm in this series is Psalm 34, and it starts out with the introduction, a Psalm of David when he pretended madness before Abimelech, who drove him away, and he departed. Now, in the Jewish tradition, that is the beginning of the psalm. In the American tradition, in the American English tradition, that is considered an introduction and not the actual body of the psalm. So, Psalm 33 doesn't have it. It just starts out with the psalm itself. So, without further ado, here we go. Rejoice in the Lord, O you righteous. Praise from the upright is beautiful. Praise the Lord with the harp. Make melody to him with an instrument of 10 strings. Sing to him a new song. Play skillfully with a shout of joy. For the word of the Lord is right, and all his work is done in truth. He loves righteousness and justice. The earth is full of the goodness of the Lord. By the word of the Lord the heavens were made, and all the hosts of them by the breath of his mouth. He gathers the waters and the sea together as a heap. He lays up the deep in storehouses. Let all the earth fear the Lord. Let all the inhabitants of the world stand in awe of him. For he spoke, and it was done. He commanded, and it stood fast. The Lord brings the counsel of the nations to nothing. He makes the plans of the people of no effect. The counsel of the Lord stands forever, the plans of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, the people he has chosen as his own inheritance. The Lord looks from heaven. He sees all the sons of men. From the place of his dwelling, he looks on all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashions their hearts individually. He considers all their works. No king is saved by the multitude of an army. A mighty man is not delivered by great strength. A horse is a vain hope for safety. Neither shall it deliver any by its great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is on those who fear him, on those who hope in his mercy, to deliver their soul from death, and to keep them alive in famine. Oh, our soul waits for the Lord. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him, because we have trusted in his holy name. Let your mercy, O Lord, be upon us, just as we hope in you. That is Psalm 33, a psalm of David, or at least credited to King David in the Jewish tradition. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this. I hope you got something out of it. Check out the rest of the Psalms, all 150 of them if you like. Book 1 is just the first 1 through 42. 43 starts Book 2. So check them out. You can check out me reading them if you like in the playlist provided. Otherwise, I highly recommend picking it up for yourself. I read from the New King James Version of the Bible today. It is a word-for-word translation, not a paraphrase or a thought-by-thought. Popular thought-by-thought version would be the New International Version or the New American Standard. Both of those are thought-by-thoughts. Word by word translation is the Lexham English translation, as well as the Authorized King James Version. So check them out. You can also check out some paraphrases like the Message or the Amplified. Check those out as well. And by all means, pick it up, read it for yourself. I enjoy reading it. I enjoy reading all of it. So may God richly bless you, and I hope the Jesus you find is the Jesus contained in the Gospels. Have a good night.